Hi, buddy. Radio Mixer here to do the second story in the Thomas and Gordon rivalry. This one off the rails. Gordon, silly engine. All right, ready? 3, 2, 1, let's go. Gordon was asleep in his siding. Sometimes, he thought, it's really tiring to be a large and splendid engine. One does have to keep up appearances, so. Peep, 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 peep. Hello, fat-face, whistled Henry. What cheap, spluttered Gordon. That Henry is too big for his wheels. Fancy speaking to me like that. Me that's never had an accident. On jam whistles and burst safety bells accident? Asked Percy. No, indeed, high spirits. But to come off the rails like Henry did as well as ask. Is it right? Is it decent? A few days later, it was Henry's turn to take the express. Gordon watched him getting ready. Be careful, Henry, he said. You're not pulling the plank up on now. Mind you keep on the rails today. And Henry's like, whatever, bro. Henry went off in a huff, and Gordon yawned and went to sleep. But not for long. Come along, Gordon. There's a special train waiting, and we are to pull it. Is it coaches or trucks? Trucks, said his driver. Trucks! Whack! Gordon's fire was slow to start, so Edward pushed him all the way to the turntable to get him facing the right way. I won't go, grumbled Gordon. Don't be silly, said Edward. The movement has shaken his fire. It is now burning nicely and making steam. Gordon didn't care where he was. He waited until the table was halfway round. I'll show them, he hissed. He moved slowly forward to jam the table, but he couldn't stop himself and slithered right into the ditch. Oh, she hissed. Get me out! Get me out! Not a hope, said his driver and fireman. You're stuck, you silly great engine. Don't you understand that? They telephoned the fat controller. So Gordon didn't want to take the special train and ran into a ditch. What's that you say? The special's waiting? Oh, tell Edward to take it, please. And Gordon? Oh, leave him where he is. We haven't got time to bother with him now. On the other side of the ditch, some of the boys were chattering. Cool, doesn't he look silly? They'll never get him out. They began to sing. Silly old Gordon fell in a ditch, fell in a ditch, fell in a ditch. Silly old Gordon fell in a ditch, all on a Monday morning. Gordon lay in the ditch all day. Oh dear, he thought, I shall never get out. That night, they made a road of sleepers on his wheels to keep him from the mud. Strong ropes fastened to his back end. And James and Henry, pulling hard, managed to bring him to safety. Oh dear, Gordon. Gordon, if you had just taken the special, you wouldn't be in this mess to begin with. Dear. That night, Gordon crawled home, a sadder and wiser engine. Hi everybody, Radio Mixer here to do the third story of the Gordon and Thomas rivalry. This time, it's Thomas's turn to get his own comeuppance. for teasing him about the ditch. Okay, let's see how the story goes, shall we? 3, 2, 1, let's go. One day, Thomas was at the junction when Gordon shuffled in with some trucks. Whew, remarked Thomas. What a funny smell. Dum-dum. Can you smell a smell? I can't smell a smell, said Annie. A funny, musty sort of smell, said Thomas. No one noticed it till you did, grunted Gordon. It must be yours. Not long ago he had fallen into a dirty ditch. Thomas enjoyed teasing him about it. Annie, Clarabelle, do you know what I think it is? It's ditch water. Before Gordon could answer, Thomas puffed away. Annie and Clarabelle could hardly believe their ears. He's dreadfully rude. I feel quite ashamed. He's dreadfully rude. You make us ashamed. Thomas didn't care a bit. That was funny, he chuckled. He felt very pleased with himself. Annie and Clarabelle were deeply shocked. They had great respect for Gordon the Big Engine. Thomas left his coaches at the station and went for a mine for some trucks. Long ago, miners dig and left and made tunnels under the ground. Their roof is strong enough to hold up trucks, but not the weight of engines. A large notice in the area to the area. Danger! Engines must not pass this board. Oh dear. Silly old board, thought Thomas. He'd often tried to pass, but never had succeeded. But this morning he had made a plan. Oh dear. The fireman went to turn the points. Now for my plan, thought Thomas. Pumping the trucks fiercely, he jerked his driver off the foot plate and he followed him into the siding. Come back here, yelled his driver. Fire and smoke, said Thomas. I'm sunk. And he was. Oh dear, he thought, I am a silly engine. And naughty one too, said the Fat Controller. I saw you. Please get me out. I won't be naughty again. I'm not sure, said the Fat Controller. The ground's not firm enough. Let me see. I wonder if Gordon could pull you out. Yes, sir, said Thomas, but he didn't want to meet Gordon just yet. Oh dear. Down the mine, Hizzy! Laughed Gordon. What a joke! Poop, poop, little Thomas. We'll have you out in a couple of puffs. Strong cables were fastened between the two engines. Are you ready? Heave! It was a lot harder than you thought, but at last Thomas was free. I'm sorry I was cheeky, said Thomas. Oh, that's all right, said Gordon. You make me laugh. I'm in disgrace. So am I, said Thomas. Well, so you are, Thomas. Shall we form an alliance? You help me, and I help you. Right you are, agreed Thomas. Good. That settled, grumbled Gordon. And buffer to buffer, the allies puffed home. Stay tuned for my last story, which will be Paintpots and Queens. Paintpots and Queens, sorry. Hey, bye now! Hi everybody, Radio Mix here with the final story of the Thomas and Gordon rivalry with Paintpots and Queens. And I believe, to be honest with you, this is one of my favourite stories to watch. Have been. And it still is. So, I better stop jibbering and get on with the story then, shall I? 3, 2, 1, let's go. One day, Thomas and Gordon were hurrying buffer to buffer back home. It had been a busy day. First, Thomas teased Gordon about the time that the big engine slithered into a ditch. Then Thomas fell down a mine and Gordon came to his rescue. Remember, Thomas, called Gordon grandly, united we stand, together we fall. You help me and I help you. I remember, but I hope the Fat Controller will forgive us soon. Then they noticed something. As the two engines whistled into the shed, they saw nothing but paint pots and paint. Hey, bust my buffers, said Thomas. What's happening? Shh, whispered Percy. The Fat Controller is going to tell us now. Ladies, gentlemen, and engines. I am delighted to inform you that Her Majesty the Queen herself is coming here to visit us. Now, on with the preparations. The engines wondered who would pull the road train. I'm too old to pull an important train, said Edward sadly. I'm in disgrace, sighed Gordon gloomily. You'll choose me, of course, boasted James. You, snorted Henry, you can't climb hills. He'll ask me to pull the train, and I will have a new coat of paint. Then the rain came. Henry's driving firemen cuddled up their cab to keep dry. A painter was high above the line. Henry's smoke blew high into the air. The painter couldn't see, but he and the paint pot landed all over Henry. Poor Henry. Well, you're not a pretty picture, sneered the painter. Oh dear. The Fat Controller spoke next. You look like an ice cake, Henry, said the Fat Controller. That won't do for the road train. I must make other arrangements. Thomas and Gordon were waiting for him. Please, please, sir. One at a time, said the Fat Controller. Yes, Gordon? May Thomas have his branch line again? I feel sorry and deserve a treat. Thomas will go further on. Thomas will look after the coaches, and Gordon, you shall pull the train. That day, great came. The other engines were hard at work, busy bringing people into the town. Thomas sorted out their coaches in the yard. Edward steamed in. Peep, peep, peep! The Queen is here! Then Gordon whistled as he approached the station. Everyone knew that sound. The Queen's train glided into the station. Gordon was spotless, and his brass shone brightly. The Fat Controller stood to attention. Welcome, Mum. The Queen granted everyone for a splendid run and asked to see all the engines. Peep, peep, whistled Henry and James. Shh, she said Henry and James. But Percy and Toby didn't care. 3 cheers for the Queen! Peep, 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 whistled the engines. When it was time to leave, the Queen, especially Thomas who fetched their coaches, then to Edward, and finally to Gordon who took her away. No engines felt more proud than those on the Fat Controller's railway. Bye-bye.